Hello guys, my name is Athat and in this video we're gonna be learning about for loop in C++. Now for loops are very interesting and today is the day which you're gonna learn about them. Now to be very honest guys, for loop is used much more than the while loop. So this is gonna be a very educational and very interesting video for all of us. Right guys? So without any ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing, for those who haven't watched my the introduction that loops one video, he must be knowing. He must not be knowing that what is a for loop, right? Okay, so let me tell you what is a for loop. So for loop executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. What does this mean? So what this for loop does is that for loop executes a sequence of statements multiple times, right? And if the condition which is passed, it is true, then the code will get executed again and again. And when it gets false, it will stop executing. And for our convenience, we can also initialize a variable inside the for loop, which is mandatory. Okay, so we can initialize a variable inside the for loop, which we can kind of increment and decrement the value on each loop, right? On each chance. Okay, and yeah, that we can use. Okay, so. That is the meaning of all these lines. Okay. So the for loop executes a sequence of code again and again, right? According to the condition is satisfied or not. If satisfied, it will run again and again, right? And if not, then it will just not run, right? And it also provides us with a variable, like which is called a loop variable, which we can increment and decrement value in the starting of it, right? And that we can use for several purposes. Okay, guys. Okay, so that is pretty okay. Now what we're gonna do is that we already knew what is a for loop, right? If you followed my last video of loops in C++. And okay, so let's just see the syntax, okay? So what is the syntax of for loop? Let me just take the pen first of all. All right. So this is basically the whole syntax. Now I'm gonna explain this in detail in just a second, okay? So as we know, right, if we are doing a if statement, we use the if keyword. If the else if statement, else if keyword, else statement, else keyword, right? While loop, while keyword, okay. So same for here, same in here, right? We use the for keyword, okay, to start a for loop, okay. Then inside the parentheses, we give the main like kind of the thing, okay, which we want, okay, to use throughout the program or the base, okay. The basic setup of the for loop is done over in this parenthesis, okay, in where in this whole parenthesis, this is the basic initialization. All right, guys. Okay, now let's look inside this. Okay, so what do you see inside this? The first thing, variable initialization. So as I said, there is a loop variable. Okay, there is a loop variable which we can use in our program. Okay. And yeah, so that is initialized over here. That is just passed over here. We can initialize the variable, loop variable in the first thing. Okay. So what we can do is what it will look is that for then whatever how can we initialize a variable? Let's say we're initializing integer. So let's say int I equal to 0, right? Obviously semicolon. So what are we doing? We are just initializing the variable. Okay. Then let's say the condition. Okay. So then we just pass in the condition. Now let's say we wanna print all the natural numbers from 1 to 10, right? Then we can just do if I till the time I is not equal to 10, right? Right now I is not equal to 10. Okay, not equal to 10. So this is our condition. And increment slash decrement. So we have two options. Either we can increment or we can decrement. So we can I plus plus, right, or I minus minus and many more. Okay, so let's say like this. Okay, and in this case I plus plus would be there. Okay, so just ignore this. And then inside here we will have a code. All right, so this is the thing. Now let me just tell you once again. Okay, guys. So first is the for keyword. What? The for keyword, right? Then inside the parentheses we pass in the loop variable, right, which we are using, right? So the loop variable first initialize. Now there are two options. As I know, if I remember it correctly, we can also pass a variable over here, okay? And the variable value will be incremented or decremented over here, okay, guys? So the variable is initialized over here or passed over here. Then it comes in the condition, okay, just after the variable initialization. So second thing is condition. Now, as I said, right, if a condition is true, then the code will get executed again and again, and if not, it will not. Okay. So there, this is the place where we pass in the that condition. Okay. Let's say as I see, we want to print all the whole numbers from or natural numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. So what we can do is we can do if let's say the variable name is I, so we can I not equal to 10, right? So this is our condition. Till the time this is true, we wanna execute the code, and as soon as it's gets false, right? We wanna not execute it. Now here is the increment or decrement, the main thing, guys. Okay, so what is this? Over here, we can increment the value by a certain value, or I can say increment the value of a variable by a certain value. Okay. Let's say your first is zero. Okay, first is zero. What zero? Now I increment it by 1. So what can we do? I plus plus. Or if you want to decrement it by 1, then you can do I minus minus. So this is the incrementation or the decrementation. Okay. So this is the basic thing. Now you can just like remember first initialization. First is obviously the initialization. Then is our condition. Then is our increment or decrement, and then everything is just done inside the parentheses. Now comes the curly braces, and obviously in here we just write the main code, right, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so I think the syntax was a bit more than the value, but I hope you understood the syntax, okay, guys? Because yeah, okay. Now let's see the program which we're gonna write over today. Okay, so write the program to find the odd or the even numbers between 1 and 20. Now we're gonna do both. Okay, we're gonna do both of them because I think both of them are pretty interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do both of the problems. Okay, guys, because this is good. Okay, all right. So what can we do over here? So the main thing over here, which I think is what incrementation. Okay, because now I will explain the program just in a second. But what we want first, let's do the odd one, okay? Because first, so write a program to find odd numbers between 1 and 20. So the condition can be so the basic. Let's say okay, let's just erase all the okay. Okay. So let's say the variable is I. Okay. Then the condition can be I not equal to 20. This will work well. And then we can also do an increment. We can I plus equals to 2, right? Because let's say first it is 0, right? And we are doing it even. So first time it will get incremented, it will get 2, then 4, okay, then 6, then 8, right? we're just adding it by 2, which will give us all the odd numbers. And the main thing, if you wanna just toggle around whether we want odd or even, is that we can just change this I variable value to, if you want the even, we are passing in 0, and if you want odd, we can pass in 1. Okay, because then I, which is 1, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, right? So it will just give us all the odd numbers. I hope you understood this, guys, right? Bit boring, but okay. I hope you understood this, okay? And if you did it, just watch the whole code. There also I will explain this, okay? Okay. So now I think we should get to the tinkercad, okay? So here I am on my tinkercad screen, okay? Let's go to the circuits, read in a circuit, and then as soon as it loads, okay, just rename it to tutorial 12, which, wait, is, okay, I'm just gonna reload. Is that okay? I'm just gonna enter the things again, guys. Tinkercad.com. Okay, I'm just gonna open this. Okay, now it's loading. Oh man. Okay, sorry guys. I'm just gonna open this. Just a second, okay? Tinker. So the first thing we're showing bring is obviously, as you guessed, arduino. Just bring it in, guys. Just bring it in. Wow, like that. Okay. Now just go to the code, blocks, text, and you know the regular routine. Okay. Now just change it to large. No, not large, but medium is okay. Just freeze on. Okay, and yeah. Now what we're gonna do is that initialize the serial monitor, which is you will not begin in parentheses 9600, right? And what this then does is that it tells Arduino that hey Arduino, start using or begin using the serial monitor. Okay. Now, without any further things, we'll just basically write the for loop, which is the main. So let's write the for keyword, right? If you're writing the for while loop, so just write the while keyword. While if you're running the for loop, write the for keyword, right? And if you're making a if, so if else if, then else if. Very clear in programming, right, guys? If else. If you're making an integer int, string. So it's all about keywords. Okay, guys. So write the for keyword, just the parentheses, then the curly braces. This. Okay. This is the basic syntax. No, obviously not. Right now we gotta write more things. Okay. Okay. So the first thing, as you remember, is the variable initialization, right? The first thing which is inside the parentheses is variable initialization. Now, I think we can take any variable x I. We can even take it num, which is pretty interesting. Let's take num. Okay, so int num is equals to 0, right? What we are doing? If we can also initialize this at the top and then pass the num over here. But I think this is much more good practice. Okay, guys, so that we have track of it right now. Okay, so that it only deals with the for. Okay, just kind of. I think it is a good practice. Okay. Okay, so now we just initialize the num to 0. Okay, now it is integer. Now, what do we want as a condition, right? From 1 to 20, we want all the odd numbers. Okay, so if you want odd numbers, first of all, the value should not be 0, it should be 1. Okay, because if you are incrementing 2, so 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 2, 11, and so on, right? Okay, guys. So it should start from 1. And if it is 0, then guess what, guys? 0 plus 2, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, right? So it will give us all the even numbers which we don't want at this time. So that's on all the even number. And what is our stopping value? What 20? Okay, so we can just do I not equal to 20, not equal to 20. This is pretty cool. Okay, till the time num is not equal to 20, till that time you can execute the code which you can write. It's just a second. Okay. Now we can increment the number by 2, which is very interesting. Okay, how can we do it? Because till now I've only did num plus plus, right? Num minus minus, but we can do in another way also. Num plus equals to 2. Yes, guys, this is also way to do the thing. Okay. Now I'm just gonna explain this just in a bit after writing the whole code. Now what do we want to do? Just print it out, man. Just spit out the num. Okay. Just spit out the num. One. Okay. Okay. That's better. I'm just tell you what I did in just a second. Alright, that worked. And as you can see our output, I'll just show you. Okay. So this is just looping again and again. That's why it's executing again and again. But if I put it into the setup, right, because of which it will just run once, then it is just running once. Okay. Here. Hey, wait. Start solution. Stop. Okay. This is clear. Okay. Now I'm just gonna put it again over here. But yeah. So now let me explain what I just did. Okay. And why was the previous one no? Now, guys, what the thing is that num. Okay, first of all, let me just explain the code. For keyword queries, in num is equal to one. Very easy, man. And why one? Because we want odd. Okay, because we are wanting the odd numbers, so that's why one. Okay. Now num smaller than equal to 20. What does this mean? This just means till the time num is smaller or equal to 20. It's just forming a range, right? From um num no okay, not a range, but you know, till the time num is either smaller or equal to 20, right? Till the time this is true, right? Till the time it is just smaller than 20, right? Then we wanna zero println num, which is right over here, okay? And what just this means we are incrementing by 2, num plus equal to 2, right? And if you remember, this is the assignment operator. Equals to is the assignment, right? Equals to assignment and plus is the arithmetic. So it's the assignment operator. Okay, guys. So now, now here we are just here printing now. What this is first the number is 1, right? 10 plus equals to 2, which means 3, and plus equals to 2, 5, then 7, then 9, then 11, then 13, right? And so on until it gets to 19. When it gets to 19, after that it goes to 20. And it realizes that 21 is, you know what, greater than 20. And so it just stop executing the code. Now let me just try this thing, guys. I hope this works. Right. This will make much more clearer for you. Okay. So greater than equal to little bit advanced concept which I'm not advanced, but some of you might not be able to understand it just now. So I will just explain in the later videos. But just understand for now that till the time number is just smaller, right? If the number is smaller than 20, just keep on executing. When it gets greater than 20, just stop executing. Alright, guys. So that's the thing. Or if you wanna understand num great smaller than equal to, then what it means in till the time if the num gets till the time num gets equal to 20, then also it will tolerate. But if it gets greater, then it will not. Okay. Now that's just for some of your curiosity, but don't think on it much. Okay. That's the thing. Okay. So num small till the time num is smaller than 20, just keep on adding 2, and that's why 1, you're getting 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 1, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. And after it gets to 21, condition is getting false, and so it just stops. Okay. So this is the thing. Now, okay. Now let's do even, which is very very easy at this point because as I told, we can just do it to 0. Okay, and this to 21, 1, and this should be good to go. So we can just run this program and pretty much good. We are good at this point of time. So we're going to 20 from 2 to 20, all the even numbers, right? Now how are we getting this? First the number was 0, right? And what's the condition? We just changed it to 21 because it couldn't take 20 if we didn't do it to 21, right? If because when it will get 20, so 20 is not smaller than 20, it is equal, right? So the condition would get false and then it was solved. And so that 20 would come, so we did it to 21. Okay, now number equal to 0, nums smaller than equal to 21. I explained this. Okay, smaller than 21, right? It's just fixed into my mind. I don't know. But then num plus equals to 2, right? We are just incrementing the num each time by 2. Okay, in each loop we are incrementing the num variable by 2, right? And then we are just printing it, which just give us all the even numbers from 0 to 20 basically. Okay, so guys, this is pretty interesting. Okay, so I hope you understood the for loop, guys, because the motive of this video was just to explain you for loops, right? And I hope my explanation was good enough to explain you what is for loop and all its functions. Okay, so I think that's where I'm gonna end this video. Okay, guys. So I hope you understood whatever I told you in this video, right? From printing all the odd numbers, whole numbers, even numbers, right? Or everything which I told you in this video, right? Because it's very necessary. And if you didn't, rewatch, right? Because repetition is the mother of success. Anyways, but yeah, just watch it again and again and you will get it, okay? So, guys, if you like the video, just hit or smash the like button, right? If you have any suggestions for me, recommendation, just type it in the comment section. Give your all suggestions over there. If you want your friend also to learn robotics, share this series to them. Okay, guys. So that's it. Thank you.